After last week's meeting between Seoul and Pyongyang, South Koreans finally crossed the border into the north today. Here's more from the i24 News desk.
82 elderly South Koreans, accompanied by 58 family members, left the transit office and crossed the border at the 38th parallel for the Mount Kumgang resort. They are ready to reunite with 178 North Korean relatives for the first round of reunions from Thursday to Saturday. The reunions used to be held roughly annually, but have not taken place for 3 years as tensions between the two Koreans spiraled higher after the South claimed the North sank one of its naval vessels in 2010. In later months, the North shelled a South Korean island, and Pyongyang, with the young Kim Jong-un at the helm, threatened nuclear attacks last year. But on February 12th, North and South Korea had an unexpected meeting and agreed to proceed with reunions of families separated by the Korean War, despite an earlier North Korean demand that they could only go ahead if the South postponed military exercises that occur annually with the United States. Against all odds, the reunion is going through. 10 coaches, with half a dozen police vehicles as escorts, left the eastern port city of Sokcho earlier this morning for the heavily militarized border 50 kilometers away. After crossing the world's last major Cold War frontier, there was another 30-kilometer drive to a resort on Mount Kumgang, the venue for the emotional reunion with North Korean relatives that they had not seen for more than 60 years.
I was separated from my 4-year-old son. It was 64 years ago, so I guess he's changed a lot since then.
The gifts I am bringing to my sister should be good. Something you can't see much in North Korea, so I hope she will be happy. I've also included some US dollars for her and my younger brother's son.
Millions of Koreans were separated by the 1950 to 1953 war, and the vast majority have since died without having any communication at all with surviving relatives. Because the conflict concluded with an armistice rather than a peace treaty, the two Koreas technically remain at war, and direct exchanges of letters or telephone calls have been prohibited. About 72,000 South Koreans, nearly half of them over 80, are on a waiting list to join the family reunion events.